What's up, guys? It's Mindless again. Just wanted to take a few minutes out this evening and share another piece of my collection. And before I get started, I want to say thanks to all you guys who are supporting these videos. I appreciate it. I really dig meeting all you guys, other knife collectors and the knife enthusiasts. I'm stoked that the response has been so good. But tonight I wanted to share one of my personal all-time favorites, and a piece that was pretty difficult to get a hold of, but with the help of some friends was able to finally score one that is in mint condition. What we have here is a collaboration between master knife maker Mr. Bob Terzuola and designer extraordinaire Tashi Bharucha. And I think if you watch my videos and as I continue to make the videos, you're going to start to see how attracted I am to TashiDesign. His language, his design language speaks to me. I think his influences in his graphic design mirror mine as well, so I'm feeling his work if you follow. So let's talk about this knife. This piece is called The Legacy. I posted it up on YouTube, or rather on Instagram, and I tagged Tashi on it, and he responded, and I had a chance to ask him a couple of questions. And my first question was, how many are there of this model? And he told me that the initial run between him and Mr. Terzuola was 11 pieces, and that those 11 have been made and sold, and that currently they've agreed to do another 11, and 6 of those 11 have been made and moved. So it's very possible that there will be 5 more brand new legacies available. I think originally when they were first put out, they were distributed by Steel Addiction, which is an amazing website run by a great dealer. If you don't go there on the regular, you should. It's a great way to score some pretty amazing pieces. And it seems that a lot of designers, a lot of makers rather, feel very comfortable going through Steel Addiction. So, a little bit about the knife. Let me see if I can bring it up a little closer. The blade is essentially a 4-inch blade. It's a little bit larger. I call it 4 1/8, but the cutting edge is about 4 inches. The overall length is about 9 1/8 inches. So it's pretty big. It's large. It's about 7 ounces. So this is a serious piece. To EDC it, I do it, but it's not the most stealth piece. Right away, if you look at it, the basic stuff, it is not a flipper. It uses a thumb disc, which is absolutely gorgeous with Mr. Terzuola's name on it. It is a liner lock. You can see the lockups early. It's never moved since I've had it, and I've opened it a million times. Tip-up carry. Again, with the Terzuola family name on the clip, which is awesome. And carbon fiber. That's it. The liners are titanium, obviously. It is a backspacer and beautifully orange peeled. Absolutely beautiful. If you look at Mr. Terzuola's work, it's always to the highest standards of fit and finish, period. There is no exception. I've handled probably 10 different pieces made by him, and I have yet to find an issue with any of them. They are absolutely perfect. His reputation in the knife world is unquestionable. See if you can take a look at this blade. So they're using come on, focus. They're using CPM 154. And it's like a, I guess you call it like a tumbled satin finish, I think is what they're calling it. You can see the tumbling, the rocks, but somehow it's almost mirror. It's amazing. The fuller underneath his maker's mark kind of fills up that empty space, the void on the flats. If it wasn't there and you looked at it, you would say it's wrong, the bevel needs to go higher. And normally, you know, you see Terzuola design, the blade is very straight across. This larger blade is definitely a Tashi influence. And it looks amazing. It looks truly amazing to me. The balance of this piece is amazing. Even with a heavy, larger front end on the blade, it still remains aesthetically pleasing to me, and I dig it. I forgot to mention, it is running on washers, but exceptionally sickly smooth. The action is just amazing. You can see the detent is there. You can flip it. I can flip it normally when there's not a tripod in front of me, but it's flippable, but I don't. I really baby this piece. I feel really fortunate to have one of the, I guess 11 and I guess 17 pieces in the world. I know where a few of them are, so that's cool, but I don't know the rest of them are. It is absolutely stunning. Truly, truly stunning. If you look at the grind, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's almost mirror. Absolutely perfect. Let's bring up Tashi's logo. Amazing. And what's happened over the past few years is anytime Tashi does any collaboration with anybody, those pieces become extremely collectible. So, I mean, everybody kind of knows the story of Bob Terzuola, and you know, he's been making knives since the 80s, and his original knives were actually used by CIA operatives in like South America. He's a badass, pretty much. So he's still making knives out of New Mexico, I believe. And his knives demand the highest price, period. But I wanted to kind of talk about Tashi a little more. And what I'm going to do is, one of these days I'll break out all my collabs that have Tashi as the designer. And I think you'll begin to see a very similar design characteristic between all of them. So, Tashi Bharucha is a guy out of France. And it's easy to forget or to assume, with the volume of knife work that he does, that that's all he does is design knives. But that is the farthest thing from the truth. Tashi is actually a very, very well-respected graphic designer. And if you look at the body of his work, you probably, or you might have seen some of his other work in advertising, print, music videos. He's that kind of guy, an all-around talented graphic designer, photographer, just a guy that really cares about the way things look, the way things are designed, and it speaks to me. I think we're almost the same age, so I think his influences are very similar in exposure to certain things like comic books and certain cartoons, and I don't know. It seems, I mean, that's why I'm saying his design style speaks to me. The best example is if you take a look, I mean, I don't know the best way to kind of see what he's all about other than knives, but the easiest one is if you take a look and just Google Trace Urban Channel, the TRACE Urban Channel, and you're going to be looking for the best beatbox video ever. And Tashi was the director of that. Also, pay attention if you watch Tashi's videos on YouTube to the background music. It'll kind of give you a hint of what he's into. And I think people of my generation will really dig what he's all about. So back to the knife. Sorry, that was a little history lesson on Tashi, but obviously dead centering, perfect. The orange peel is perfect. I mean, Tashi designed this, but this is an exercise in Mr. Terzuola's hand craftsmanship. This is a handmade knife. The contoured scales, beveled edges. Everything is done to the highest, literally the highest specifications. The tolerances are amazing. This thing is dead center. Everything is polished. I do not see any voids anywhere in this carbon. It is some of the highest I've ever seen. Just a stunning example of Bob Terzola's work. I mean, honestly, I could probably talk about this knife all night, and I don't want to ramble, but if you ever have the opportunity to grab this legacy piece from Mr. Terzuola, I really think you should jump on it. I think over time, Mr. Terzuola's knives are going to become more valuable. He's in that elite level knife maker. He truly is. He's not going anywhere. He's been doing this for decades, and I've never seen any of his knives go for less than what they originally sold for, period. And currently, his table prices or maker price, direct from the maker price, they're huge. They're very expensive blades. So, and they're always hard to come by. If you ever have the opportunity to pick up a limited piece by Mr. Terzuola, and you're a serious collector, not just I want a knife to carry around, but if you're actually collecting historical pieces, maybe something that you might look back 20 years from now and be very proud to own. I mean, I'm very proud to own it now, but you get what I'm saying, fellas. This is one of those pieces. I wish the action is just silky smooth. It almost feels hydraulic. The blade will close. I mean, it is on washers, but it will close on itself. Well, I should be standing up. But ultra smooth, tactical, large knife. Well, I don't want to keep talking forever. Check out that Trace Urban channel if you want to get a feeling for what other stuff that Tashi's into. And you might begin to understand, you know, the dude's a badass. Bob Terzuola, the dude's a legend. Period. That's not up for debate. No, that is not up for debate. He is in the world of Loveless, Mayo. He's at that level, guys. He is untouchable. For the knife enthusiasts, they know that. For non-knife enthusiasts who are watching this video, take an hour, read a little bit about Bob Terzuola. There's that much stuff out there about him. He is the father of the tactical folder. And again, guys, thanks for stopping in and checking out another video. I'm stoked to share these pieces with you. And this is, once again, the legacy collaboration between Bob Terzuola and designer Tashi Bharucha. Killer. Absolutely killer piece. If you have any questions, hit me up. If you're digging the videos, let me know, please. And I'll keep on rolling. Take it easy, fellas.